Game 2 of the St. Michael-Albertville Holiday Invitational is sure to be a doozy, and not just because the host team is playing. They have plenty of reasons to offer excitement, though, at 8-2, but they host a Chanhassen Storm team that is electrifying the high school girls basketball community. Chanhassen at 5-2. Get ready for what should be an exciting showdown. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Beaton, all by myself, talking to myself. St. Michael-Albertville, one of the perennials in the Lake Conference. They struggled a bit last year, didn't make it into the state tournament, and that was because Tessa Johnson was recovering from a broken leg. She's back, and she is flying. In fact, she had a tremendous AAU season, and that is carried over into the high school season. 4 20-point games, including 31 points on 2 separate occasions with Rogers and Waconia. She has 16 points or more in the last 4 games. She is getting several looks from Power 5 Division I schools. I can't tell you where she will play, but know this, she will be a difference maker for the Knights and wherever she goes in the college ranks. Other players to keep an eye on: Emma Miller, 10 points or more in the first 6 games of the season, and Takayla Kraft, 10 points or more in each of the last 3 games. This Knights team, they're deep, and they are ready to make another splash. Chanhassen, you know about Callin Hake. She's going to Nebraska. She set the career scoring mark at Chanhassen, broke the record as a sophomore. That was 2 years ago. She has 16 points or more in every game this season, 3 20-point games. Madi Hicks, another player to keep an eye on, 10 points or more in 5 games, a season-high 23 against Buffalo. Chanhassen, they're in that brutal Section 2, so they may not get as many headlines or coverage compared to Minnetonka or Eden Prairie, but when you have a scoring machine in Callin Hake, that is sure to give opponents fits. We'll see what happens when we return. This is the St. Michael-Albertville Holiday Invitational. Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves. Holloman, good if it goes. Yes! Game winners. From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in! And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. That put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to...
And we rejoin you at St. Michael-Albertville for the second game in our STMA Holiday Invitational doubleheader. This one we had circled on the calendar when we decided we were going to participate in holiday coverage, and you'll understand why with these two teams and the bevy of scores for both sides. I can't wait to get this game underway. And we are going into the well of pop culture references here as the Chanhassen starters are being introduced with the Dallas theme. I never saw the show, I just know of it because Who Shot JR is a popular pop culture moment from 1980. Chanhassen hoping to make a few more moments. They lost a tough one to Rogers yesterday, 54-49, but they have some high-quality wins on their resume to give them a 5-2 record. And that includes a win over Cooper, a big win over Waconia, and they almost stole a win from Wayzata, 65-64, the team with Mara Braun on it. So Chanhassen, their losses haven't been by much. St. Michael-Albertville, they've won 3 in a row. Their last loss was to Minnetonka. They had the lead in that one, and then Keani Lockett erupted with 9 3-pointers, if I'm correct. She lit it up from 3-point range, that much I can tell you. The Knights also lost a close one with Stillwater at the Breakdown Tip-Off Classic. That one I covered as a writer for Junior All-Star. Stillwater held them off. Sarah Scalia, or I should say Amber Scalia, went on a tear. But St. Michael-Albertville, not to be underestimated, no matter the opponent. Let's recap the starters for Chanhassen. It's Lauren Arnold, number 1. Madi Hicks, number 4. Elena Giles, number 12. Callin Hake, number 14. And Macy Sweetser, number 40. St. Michael-Albertville will start Tessa Johnson, number 4. Emma Miller, number 5. Piper Carlson, number 14. Lauren Hazelton, number 31. And Jaquela Kraft, the Farmington transfer, number 50. St. Michael-Albertville moved to the Lake Conference a couple of years ago. Used to be in the Mississippi 8, and Ken Hamry, I remember talking with him about that. He said, be careful what you wish for, because at the time he wanted some tougher scheduling in his season, and he didn't feel he was getting that in the Mississippi 8. St. Michael-Albertville moves to the Lake, and it could mean a few more losses each season than what they were used to in the Mississippi 8 days, but they get primed every season, especially this year. He and I spoke briefly, and both of us are simply astonished to see 5 Lake teams in the top 10, and they have been most of the season. Chanhassen won the tip, though. 3 is off the mark from Madi Hicks. Callin Hake, number 14. That's going to be the player to keep an eye on. And Tessa Johnson, she can do big things, too, as she feeds it to Emma Miller. 3 ball, nothing from the corner, but Emma Miller, just as potent a player. We saw that in the game against Como Park. Led the team with 15 points. You have to remember, St. Michael-Albertville won that one 86-50, so they didn't need someone to break out for 30. But Tessa Johnson, again, a couple of 30-point games, and her comeback from a broken femur is simply incredible. She had a tremendous AAU season. I'll never forget seeing her as she launches the 3. I'll never forget seeing her in the semifinals of the Summer Jam. She carried the North Tartan team, the 17U team she's a part of, on her back with a couple of their big-name players. Madi Hicks banks the 15-footer. A couple of their playmakers, Mara Braun and Nia Holloway, couldn't play because they had to compete in state track. Tessa Johnson and Kiani Lockett stepped up and took care of things. They lost a close one to All Iowa Attack in the championship round. But Tessa Johnson, her presence was missed last year. Everyone glad to have her back this year. Jaquela Kraft drains the 3 from the right wing to get St. Michael-Albertville on the board. Hake, long 2. And getting the friendly bounce is Elena Giles. Hake, Hicks, and Arnold are the double-digit scores for Chanhassen. For St. Michael-Albertville, it's Johnson, Miller, and Kraft. Chanhassen with the ball. Chanhassen, of course, launching operations in 2009. Tessa Johnson making a couple of lunges. The ball does get knocked loose. It is a tie-up. And Chanhassen with the arrow. 15:31 to go. This one, as far as who I would expect to win, St. Michael-Albertville may have a tad more depth, but this Chanhassen team, they've hung with the best of them, even if they don't always win. Tessa Johnson with the steal. Emma Miller with the finish. So this one, if you ask me, could go either way. Again, Chanhassen came oh so close to beating Wayzata. Hake for 3. And if Hake gets going, that will be a big boost for Chanhassen. On the line, Kraft can't hit the 2. Madi Hicks with the rebound. Chanhassen, no stranger to notable high school games because they often host a section final. Usually it's Section 6 3A. Entry pass was disrupted, but a foul is called on Lauren Hazelton.
Next foul charge to number 31, Lauren Arnold. First personal. Next first team foul in the first half.
5-4, 14:40 to go. Hake open underneath, and she scores off the inbound. And if she has her way, it won't be the last time we call her name. Piper Carlson with a quick answer on the other end for St. Michael-Albertville, and we have a quick stoppage. It looks like Madi Hicks. Okay, Madi Hicks, I think, may have been hit awkwardly, so it was a safety substitution, if you will. Faking the three was Lauren Siebert, but she had nowhere to go. Traveling call. Tessa Johnson, the younger sister of Ray Johnson, who had a fine career at STMA. This time Tessa runs a quick set that ends with the Lauren Hazelton layup. Piper Carlson will get the assist there. Giles to Hicks. Hake, I should say. Hake off the shovel pass, drains the three. Macy Sweetser picks up the dime. STMA on the run. Kraft comes up short, but an offensive rebound. Miller for three. Banks it in. She's only 5'2", but she is a capable scorer. (12-9). And we know this STMA team, they can score in bunches. Miscommunication on the route, and Chanhassen throws it away. 13:04 left in the first half. Emma Miller, who scored the last three for the Knights, her prized possession. I don't know if I would phrase it that way, but her best friend is her dog Hazel. Johnson tried to kick out, deflected by Arnold. Another fun fact about Miller, she apparently cannot whistle. But she can run a nice set for Johnson. High-low to a cutting Johnson underneath. And Johnson with her first field goal. Hake in trouble, and she's fouled by Kraft. Kayla Walsh, the head coach for Chanhassen. Ken Hamry, the head coach for St. Michael-Albertville. Hake for three. Kraft with a rebound. Johnson, I think, was signaling it, and a double dribble call on Kraft. Here's Hake. She's got a good first step, but used the elbow and will be hit with the offensive foul. That is her first. 12 minutes to go. This is a quick-moving game as far as the pace is concerned. But St. Michael-Albertville, we saw how deep and how fast they can run in the win over Como Park. Miller for three. Yes! Her second triple, Kraft with the assist. And the Knights lead 17-9. Hake, the all-time leading scorer, set that record as a sophomore. Nice move on the part of Chanhassen. And Lauren Siebert
Tonight's foul charge is number 25.
The defense shifted away. She went to the basket, and she'll get free throws out of it. On the season, Siebert averaging 5.2 a game.
Checking in for the score, number 23, Ella Curso. Also for the Knights, Kylie Diaz.
Chanhassen with a pair of big games next week. Benilde St. Margaret's and Chaska, both Metro West Conference rivals. Benilde St. Margaret's with one of the top players in the state, Olivia Olson, and Chaska, that's their rival. And this could be the year Chanhassen makes a run. It's been a one-sided rivalry. Jakayla Kraft missing the three. Here's Siebert to Sweetser. Madi Hicks went to Sweetser, but she couldn't handle the pass. Johnson stops, pops, and swishes the mid-range day. She looks so smooth doing it, and we've seen her pull off plays like that many times in an STMA and North Tartan uniform. It might surprise you that she's only averaging 20 a game, but again, she has some solid talent surrounding her. Hazelton, Miller, Kraft, and that's what it takes to win in 4A. Double dribble call on Chanhassen's number 50, Avery Linder, the junior center. $10:20 to go. 19-11. STMA over Chanhassen. Tessa Johnson, pure. And it just looks so routine, too. You have no idea she's going to launch a three until she gets into that shooting motion. But because of her handling skills, that gives her a multitude of options. Chanhassen can't hit the three. Johnson has it with numbers. Look out, Sam. Knights ball. Emma Miller comes up short. Chanhassen catches a break. Chanhassen looking for the fast break score. They won't get it, but they will get free throws as Linder got the rebound and drew the foul trying to go up. Linder hasn't scored a lot, just 2.3 a game. The foul is on Diaz, her first personal. And Linder's form looks a little low, at least on that one. Nothing doing for Linder. And an empty possession. That's number 25, Abby Hazelton. Kylie Diaz draws the foul and will shoot two. On the season, Kylie Diaz averaging 4.8 points per game. Favorite memory was going to Mexico for the first time in her life to visit with family. Her favorite ice cream topping is gummy bears, and one thing that would instantly make her day better, Dunkin' coffee. And it's Dunkin' now, not Dunkin' Donuts. They did rebrand. Chanhassen calls a timeout as St. Michael-Albertville builds their lead 24-11. Emma Miller off to a fast start, 8 points, and you're looking at some of the depth that St. Michael-Albertville has. Again, they are last in the group of Lake Conference teams in the top 10. They're ranked 6th. They are the favorites to win in Section 8, but as we saw, Rogers might have something to say about that. STMA's most recent appearance was 2020 in the state tournament. Didn't make it last year. (24-11) our score. Abby Hazelton got the steal. She finds Johnson. No three that time, but Hazelton tips the rebound to the short but sleek Emma Miller. Now Jacayla Kraft wants in. Bullseye. Kraft with her second triple. And STMA pulling away from Chanhassen. Again, this Storm team came within a point of beating Wyzetta. STMA applying lots of pressure. And Emma Miller draws the foul.
Foul starts in Chanhassen's number 50, Avery Linder. Her first personal foul.
St. Michael-Albertville, by the way, will host Prior Lake because they take part in one of the breakdown events in normal years. Hopkins, as you know, hosts the Tip-Off Classic. St. Michael-Albertville hosts the Community Clash, a way to feature teams in the central part of the state or bring them in to a more central location. Tessa Johnson pulls up, no good. Here's Hake. Looking for the step back move, didn't get it. Lauren Arnold lost the handle. Hake fires the three, can't get the bounce, and how in the world did Hicks get the rebound? There were three blue jerseys.
That's foul number 25.
Chanhassen will take it, though. They trail by 16, and they need to get points no matter how it comes. Hicks missing the front end, averaging 14.7 points per game this season. So Chanhassen off to a rocky start at the free throw line, just 3 of 6. Piper Carlson, that did everything but go in, but she scraps for the O-board. Tessa Johnson recovers. Miller to Johnson. Anytime she touches the ball, there's a sense of anticipation because of what she can do with it. Miller, nope. She shuffled her feet. That would have been another 3 for Miller, her third. Instead, it's a turnover and a break for the Storm, who trail 27-12. Hicks to Arnold. Hicks again, the kick out to Giles. Now Hake has it. Goes up, but I think Tessa Johnson was right behind her and able to make a move to disrupt her rhythm. Emma Miller can't hit the 3 there. Dead ball rebound to the Knights.
Number 12,
Maggie Lindman going in for the Knights.
also waiting for the Storm, number 31, Kate Drury.
And making her first appearance for the Storm, Kate Drury. Drury, the sophomore now. Johnson off the inbound. I think Arnold got a piece of it. Hicks looking for the touchdown pass. Too strong. STMA with numbers now. Johnson drives and scores. And made it look easy. As we said, every time Tessa Johnson touches the ball, pay attention because what she does with it is simply wondrous. 5:49 to go in the first half. St. Michael-Albertville leads 29-12. Tessa Johnson with 9 points. And Johnson trying to work off the screen. Tried the high-low play, but Piper Carlson didn't quite get into position in time. But Chanhassen stuck in a field goal drought here. Not able to get much going. Hake looking to change that. Her three is short, and she can't get the rebound. Johnson one-on-one. Fires the three. In and out, rebound Hazelton. Another rebound, but a little too far underneath. It's tough when you're down there. When you're right underneath the basket, it's tougher than it looks because you have to get your arm around and angle it in a way to get it in. So that might be frustrating if you're Lauren Hazelton, but again, that is not easy when you're right underneath the basket. Nothing comes easy in this sport. You got to work for it. Chanhassen in trouble, but a foul is called. That's the last to give for the Knights in this half. 4:52 remains.
First personal foul, teams 6.
Can Chanhassen get some baskets to fall? They found some success early, but stuck in a rut. Hake, guarded by Johnson. Tessa won't be fooled easily. Hake again with Hazelton in her face. Doesn't matter because Hake buries her second three-pointer of the game. And a much-needed basket, too, if you're Chanhassen. They get a stop. And as Alex Nagel would say, let's see if the Storm can get within 10 here in the next few possessions. Hake to Arnold for three. Well, that will help. A couple of trays. But STMA, they move quickly. Lauren Hazelton comes up short. And Chanhassen sensing an opportunity. Arnold ran into a wall. Knights with numbers. Johnson with the assist. Lauren Hazelton with the layup in transition. STMA, they're fine with a track meet. They can run with the best of them. Hake for three. Not that time. Johnson sees a lane. Oh, passes offline, but Johnson recovers and hits the baseline pull-up just as they drew up. I bet you that was exactly the way they wanted it to go. Probably not, but it's a bucket for Johnson. That's what matters. Hake looking for a lane, doesn't see one. That three rims out from Madi Hicks. Chanhassen looking to make the perimeter shot work. Another inside penetration for the Knights. Piper Carlson with a chance for three. Miller with the assist that time.
Scoring foul charge number 40, Lacey Sweetser. Her first.
Piper Carlson,
4th.
the 6-foot junior. Loves the lake life from wakeboarding to skiing. Her favorite ice cream topping is raspberries. Can't complete the three-point play, but the Knights with a big lead, 35-18, so no worries for them. Chanhassen, another three. That doesn't drop. Johnson for three. That looks short, it is. And that is a traveling call officially on Kraft. So it will be Chanhassen ball. Again, one of those scenarios where it's not Kraft's fault. She just took a tumble on that rebound, but one of those circumstances that can happen sometimes in the sport. It wasn't a careless turnover. Hake, deep three, pure! We've seen her extend her range from time to time. STMA with the answer. No good. And the rebound goes to Hake, and she is bumped. So that means free throws for Callin Hake, who has 11 points. Hake was a dancer for 9 years, and she's also involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Key Club, National Honor Society, and DECA. So Callin Hake, highly active, and she will add her name to the list of Minnesota standouts going to Nebraska. Kendall Coley and Sam Hybe, two such athletes. Sam Hybe finishing her college career. Kendall Coley in her second season, joined early and still has all 4 years of eligibility. And let's not forget about Annika Stewart, who's also representing the Cornhuskers. 35-22, Hake, step back. That would have been a big three had it gone in. Kraft with the rebound, and this time she's bumped from behind by Sweetser, I believe. Nope, I stand corrected. It was Ella Kurzel. Chanhassen had a couple to give, so no harm there as far as free throws are concerned. 35-22. Chanhassen trying to make the three-point stroke work. St. Michael-Albertville able to get some interior penetration going. On the fast break and on sets. The kickouts have worked pretty well too, but Emma Miller can't drain the three there. Hake off the screen, sees a lane, loses it to Johnson. Miller streaking down court. Goodbye. Miller with 10. 43 seconds. Tessa Johnson made a gutsy move there on defense. Went for the reach, tried to poke it away, instead hit with a foul. High risk, high reward situation there. And that means more free throws for Callin Hake. She split her last time up. Hake. If you're joining us late, 16 points or more in every game. 3 20-point games. And again, impressive that she set the career scoring record as a sophomore. Chanhassen doesn't have as much history compared to some other schools, but still impressive nonetheless. St. Michael-Albertville has some history as well, including a pair of state titles in 2001 and 2009. Johnson goes in for the layup. Johnson doesn't only have gracefulness on her side, she's got plenty of speed, as we just saw there. 10 seconds to go. Loose ball. Chanhassen cannot save it. And the Knights will have 7.5 seconds to leave an exclamation point. And Johnson, she can run the floor in a hurry. 5 seconds. What's she going to do here? Foul before the buzzer. She was hit on the arm. So there will be free throws. The foul occurred before the buzzer. I don't know how much time they'll add on the clock. It will be an academic amount. And Johnson all by herself.
Your score after 1/2 of play.
And they decide to
41.
let that be the end of the half.
24.
41-24 is our halftime score after Tessa Johnson made her pair of free throws. So St. Michael-Albertville mixing it up on offense, some threes, transition plays, interior penetration. Chanhassen, if they can get the threes to fall, they might be able to work their way back in this. But they have a tough mountain to climb with one of the perennials from the Lake Conference. We'll take a break and bring you the second half. You're watching the STMA Holiday Invitational at St. Michael-Albertville. The Knights lead the Storm 41-24.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between.
Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. That put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
The second half about to get underway between Chanhassen and St. Michael-Albertville at the STMA Holiday Invitational. Mike Pete and all by myself talking to myself. St. Michael-Albertville with a 41-24 lead over Chanhassen. First half numbers, Tessa Johnson with 15 points, Emma Miller with 10, Jacayla Kraft with a pair of threes for 6. For Chanhassen, Callin Hake has 14. The rest of the team combined has 10. That will have to change in some way, shape, or form if Chanhassen wants to work their way back. It is worth noting Chanhassen made an early jump, got an early start on things, but they struggled to hit their threes as the game went on. And they're having a tougher time working their way inside. Remember, Chanhassen did come within a point of beating Wayzata. I did get another score. Chaska able to get the win over Eden Prairie. So even though the Hawks aren't quite the team they were from last year, they pick up a big section win. They'll play Minnetonka at this community clash in January. That will be another big test. My buddy Alex Nagel was saying the joyride for EP might be done, and I'm like, it's not over yet. This was just the appetizer. If they meet again in sections, that's the money game. That's going to be the one that makes or breaks the season for those two, potentially. And who knows, Minnetonka, they've got something to say with their lineup. But the action is here. Emma Miller ran out of bounds, but not before she got the baseline feed into Piper Carlson. Nothing doing there. Hake, under duress, launches the three, short. Offensive rebound for Elena Giles. And that's the second time Kraft has been called for traveling after a rebound. Again, not for lack of effort. Kraft is working her butt off, just caught in some vulnerable positions. Hake looking to get a step on Miller, now trying to work off a screen. Works her way inside and will shoot two. Like we said, the scoring distribution has to change in some way, shape, or form, but free throws are a welcome sight. because those are free points you can pick up if you make them count, and Hake does. If you're wondering, that keeps your streak of 16 points or more in every game intact. And I've got a feeling she's going to set a few more scoring marks before the season is over. And a tremendous career. Again, a commendable achievement to break the career scoring record as a sophomore. Not a lot of history at Chanhassen. Hake making plenty of it. The Storm have yet to reach a state tournament, we should add, but they're in a brutal section. Miller with a shovel pass to Kraft for 3. Long carom goes to Hake, and she is bumped by Johnson. Not necessarily the fault of Johnson. She made a play for the ball. Hake happened to get there first. Just one of those bang-bang circumstances. That's just her second personal foul, though. Chanhassen, again, trying to get some shots to fall. Hake with 16, the rest of the team with 10. Hake in trouble, lost the ball to Johnson. Miller steps into a 3, but that's offline. And the scoring distribution you're seeing from Chanhassen now, as Hake called for it, she'll get the rebound, launches the corner 3, doesn't make it anyway. No harm, no foul. Arnold went for the 3, didn't work. Hake got the O-board, missed the corner 3. In any event, the scoring distribution you're seeing from Chanhassen, not indicative of their season. They have 3 double-digit scores, so this isn't a one-woman show. St. Michael-Albertville, though, has turned it that way. Here's Tessa Johnson. Lost her footing, wanted the foul. Instead, is called for traveling. So the Knights off to a sluggish start offensively in the second half. They have yet to get on the board. Chanhassen, though, hasn't done much to make them pay for it yet. Quick triangle set. Chanhassen doesn't see an opening. Hicks for 3. Arnold with the rebound, and she'll flip it in for 2. That is what Chanhassen would like to see. That makes it a 13-point margin. And we've said this before. Tessa Johnson, deep 3, bullseye! Well, we've said this before, too. Tessa Johnson is dynamite, or something to that effect. I was going to say, just because you go up big early doesn't mean you have the win in hand. Even without a shot clock, we've seen teams go on big rallies. So Callin Hake tried to go inside. Piper Carlson was ready and swatted her layup attempt away. Johnson, the shuffle pass to Miller. Kraft, another 3. Bullseye! Her third triple. Timeout, Chanhassen. And now the Knights have awoken in the second half. 47-28. Tessa Johnson with 18 points and showing some range. Oh, I know LaToya Turk, one of my broadcasting colleagues, would love to see this. Her daughter is playing tonight at Anoka Ramsey, so she has to be there for her daughter, and I don't blame her. By the way, if you want to support long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes, we have 3 ways for you to do so: Patreon, PayPal, and Cash App. Patreon.com/TSB Television. PayPal and Cash App at TSB Television. Every contribution you make goes to our sports coverage. We've gained plenty of new subscribers this month in our return to basketball coverage as we have regained our audience. I know we missed connecting with you last year, but we had to play it safe in the midst of the pandemic. As we said before, we'll cover as many games as we can. I can't really tell you when and where because I have no idea until the day of, given the current situation. But if you'd like to make this type of sports coverage possible, that's how to do it. Tessa Johnson up to 18 points with that last three-pointer. Kraft has 9. Remember, she has 3 straight games with 10 or more, so she could extend that streak potentially. But we've seen a couple of times now where Chanhassen makes a couple of scores, and then St. Michael-Albertville responds in a big way. Arnold fakes the 3, finds Hake. Tries to shake off Johnson. St. Michael-Albertville wasn't fooled in the slightest. Kraft with the steal, Johnson with the layup in transition. Tessa Johnson with 20 points. Her 5th 20-point game this season. And St. Michael-Albertville pulling away. They lead by 21. A quick 8-0 run. They could extend it. Miller with the steal, tried to bounce it to Johnson. Maybe waited a tad too long. Hake, the bounce pass. Nice set by the Storm. Macy Sweetser gets on the board. Hake used herself as a decoy, I think. At least that looked that way from here. But that was a much-needed play for the Storm. Here's Abby Hazelton. Now Johnson has it. Hazelton through the lane. She made that look easy. (51-30). We know this Storm team can score in bunches. Hake with a side fade to shake off Johnson. And that results in another triple. Her 4th. And she's up to 19. Hake doing everything she can. Entry pass, deflected. It was last touched by Chanhassen. I think what you're seeing, though, is depth. And St. Michael-Albertville has plenty of it. We all know about Tessa Johnson, for example, but Kraft and Miller doing a splendid job. That's a foul before the inbound.
Storm fouls charge number 12, Elena Giles. First personal. That's the team's first foul.
That's the first personal on Giles. And at this level, foul before the inbound. It's just a common foul. Tessa Johnson missing the 3 from the corner. Chanhassen lost the dribble. Tie up, Storm with the arrow, but that is dangerous. Here's Hake. Used up the dribble. Tried the bounce pass inside to Linder for the entry feed. And Linder is bumped from behind. That's the second personal on Diaz. Abby Hazelton has 3 fouls, if that comes into play, but the Knights lead by 18. And they look like the more poised team at the moment. Hake off the inbound for 3. Bullseye. Callin Hake with 5 3-pointers. Hazelton will shoot 2. Abby Hazelton averaging 8.4 points per game this season. 3-sport athlete, basketball, softball, and volleyball. Favorite memories with her family are all the camping trips she would take in Duluth. And she's got a dad joke, too. At least the best she ever heard. What did a buffalo say to his son that was going to college? Bison. 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 I'm sure you got that. And are rolling your eyes in disbelief. Hazleton splits at the line. 52-36 the score. In favor of St. Michael-Albertville. They've led by as much as 21. And once again, able to apply pressure. Continuing to pester Chanhassen defensively. Ten minutes to go. Miller blocked from behind. Ball pinballs around and finds its way to Siebert. Hake for three. Not that time. Diaz with the rebound. S teammate doesn't have the numbers this time. Johnson. She'll fire a deep three. Hake with the board. The bounce pass inside to Arnold. Linder. Okay. Johnson collects the rebound. Linder gets back on defense in time to stop the fast break. She will get called for traveling. And Chanhassen gets the timeout call in. With 9:19 to go in the second half, slower moving second half in terms of flow, 52-36 the score, but St. Michael-Albertville in control of this one. Looking ahead at the schedules for the two teams, St. Michael-Albertville, they get Blaine and Bemidji next week, a pair of section matchups on the road. They'll host Wayzata January 14th, one of several late conference games that is sure to be a doozy. EP, they'll play them a couple of times, again, just down the line. The late conference giving them a bevy of great matchups. They end the season, get this, with Hopkins and Minnetonka. They host both those schools. That is a way to end the season, and that could be quite the finish for the Knights. So St. Michael-Albertville with plenty of opportunities to tune themselves up before the state tournament if the schedule is completed as planned. For Chanhassen, another big section game awaits them January 20th when they go on the road to play Shakopee, and the Chaska series will be one to circle on the calendar. St. Louis Park with Salam Maher. That could be another pair of games to keep an eye on. And Benilde St. Margaret's, they're still building up their ranks, but with Olivia Olson, they are not to be underestimated. Yeah, there are some 3A teams in the mix. In the Metro West, but not a ton of pushovers. And now both teams trade traveling violations. Not a whole lot of flow to this half. But we will have free throws as Lauren Arnold gets fouled by Diaz as she tried to move her way inside. Lauren Arnold on the season, 10.3 points per game. And as we noted before, the scoring distribution for Chanhassen generally not this lopsided. Callin Hake not on the floor right now, but that doesn't last for long. She's coming back in. So perhaps the timeout was a chance to give Hake a breather. Chanhassen has 2 remaining, we should point out. And the Storm have cut the margin back to 14 after trailing by 21. It hasn't been pretty, but looking to make a fight of it. Tessa Johnson using that swift first step to work her way back to the line for 2. Her favorite family memory, I'd have some questions about this. She said when Jeremiah, I presume a family member of hers, got knocked in the back of the head with a Wii remote during a competitive tennis game. That's your favorite memory? Okay, that worries me. I tease, of course. I would not want to mess with any of the Johnson family members. Tessa makes both free throws. That pushes her up to 22. I've noticed this with Chanhassen, and part of it could be the coverage on St. Michael-Albertville's end, but they do a lot of three-point fakes. Well, that time they fire one off, and that's going to be a foul before the shot. And that is a shooting foul. So Linder goes to the line for 2. That gets her on the board. Second foul on Piper Carlson. Linder switches those pair of freebies. Back to a 14-point game. Now Chanhassen increasing the pressure. Kraft for 3. Swish! Jakayla Kraft knocking down threes and taking names. 4 triples, 12 points. Chanhassen, back to the line they go. That's the third on Kraft, and St. Michael-Albertville, they're up big, but they're going to have to keep an eye on the foul situation. They have a couple players with 3 in Diaz and Kraft. Lauren Arnold augmenting her point total at the free throw line. Still only 1 double-digit score. That's Hake. But Chanhassen getting some support at the line. They're 14 of 18. St. Michael-Albertville 7 of 9. This could be a big play for Chanhassen. Arnold with the steal and the run out. That makes it a 13-point game. So still a ways to go, but a much-needed play in Chanhassen's favor. Johnson through traffic. Tough angle, and she banks it in. Tessa Johnson, 1 part grace, 1 part tough. Total package. Miller comes up with the steal. The runner, no good. And another foul on St. Michael-Albertville. That is the 3rd on Carlson. More importantly, that puts the Knights in the penalties. So Chanhassen will shoot free throws the rest of the way. That could work to their advantage, especially if the Storm are able to reel in this deficit. But it's 1-1 here, and Ella Kurzel hasn't seen a ton of action. She gets on the board. And this is what you'd like to see if you're Kayla Walsh. Again, that scoring distribution. Of course, you'll take 22 points from Callin Hake any day, but now the other players are starting to chip in with points. Tessa Johnson Won't get the layup, but that's okay. She'll get free throws out of it.
Fouls on number 4, Madi Hicks. First personal, 4th team foul.
Well, we're getting quite the clinic here in free throw shooting. Tessa Johnson with that high, smooth arc. Sharing a quick word with Kraft. Tessa Johnson up to 26 points. So we've seen the two top scorers for both sides come up with most of the offense here. St. Michael-Albertville looking to add to their lead. Tessa Johnson wanted 3 more, won't get it there. Here come the Storm. Hicks couldn't put on the brakes in time. She was pleading with the official that she was bumped, but to no avail. And that
Personal foul charged to Chanhassen, number
might be a
14,
silly foul on the part of Hake. Now Chanhassen has 1 left to give, unless the Storm are trying to get into a foul and chase scenario here, but might be a little early for that. Kraft was looking for Johnson. Hake pickpockets the pass, scores the layup, and gets the foul. Chanhassen not out of this yet. Now Tessa Johnson has her 3rd foul, and this is where the tensions, the pulse may rise if you're St. Michael-Albertville. They've been up comfortably all game. But Chanhassen not going away, hanging in there. As Callin Hake adds 3 more to her total. 25 points. Her 4th 20-point game this season, and we're going to have free throws. We've had a lot of free throws in this half. Sweetser picks up her 3rd. Piper Carlson to the line. She has 4 points, has yet to score in this half. Piper Carlson, Starbucks or any kind of coffee is one thing that can instantly make her day better, or water activities, as we learned earlier. Makes both free throws. Chanhassen sees an opening. Oh, and that did everything but go in. Jump ball. S teammate with the arrow. .5:28 left in the second half. 63-49. Tessa Johnson evades the check. Look that way anyway. Now she's open for 3. Swish. Not quite a swish, but still good for 3. It did use a little bit of rim, but that's okay. With that high arc of hers, you can do that. Callin Hake on the step back play, short that time. And now the Knights can potentially ice it. Johnson calling for it. Another 3. Dead ball rebound to Chanhassen. They'll call a timeout with 4:42 remaining. Tessa Johnson, 29 points. 29. The rest of the team has 37. But it's not just Johnson. Jaquela Kraft with her 4 3-pointers. Emma Miller with a quiet game. She had 10 first-half points. Not a lot of action here in the second half, but this is the Tessa Johnson show. not a surprise if you're a longtime follower of the Knights, who have picked up a couple of supporters. Again, Kayla Kraft, the transfer from Farmington, but Tessa Johnson, an incredible performance. And I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to find out where she's going to college. She's going to end up somewhere, but putting in a fine effort, as she usually does. Callin Hake, let's not discount her 25 points for Chanhassen, but not getting as much support. Kate Drury in trouble. Last touched by St. Michael-Albertville. So Chanhassen will get the ball here. Hake looking to make some kind of move. Well, she'll get free throws. That time used her three-point prowess as a decoy. And when you're a sharpshooter like she is, and you have the ability to penetrate inside on a moment's notice, you get that option. That's the fourth foul on Abby Hazelton, and even though St. Michael-Albertville is up big, Kent Hamry's still going to play things cautiously. Hake splits at the line that time. The Knights, well, they were ready to score in the fast break. But nothing doing. STMA fans wanted to travel. Hake short on the three. Johnson with the rebound. Emma Miller catches up to it. That was close. 3:49 to go. That was close. Carlson was looking back to locate Johnson and almost lost track of the ball. Johnson shakes her defender. Kraft wants another three. Yes! And with that, Kraft matches a season high. Chanhassen, three off the mark. Hake collects the offensive rebound. Jakayla Kraft starting in this one, 15 points. Hake with the deep three. Johnson with another rebound. Johnson doing just about everything. She wants an encore. She'll get it. Steps into the open J, and she matches her season high. The third time she has scored 31 points. Exactly. And she may add more. That's because she got fouled by Hake. Tessa Johnson. Took her a little while to get going in the second half, but she is an amazing athlete. And I think all of us are happy to see her playing at full strength. I remember talking with her dad at the Summer Jam when she came up clutch for North Tartan's 17U team, the Nike EYBL unit, and he said Tessa was playing 90% in that game as she worked her way back from a broken leg. If this is what 100% looks like, I might have to make another trek out here. She's been a joy to watch this evening. So is Callin Hake. And more free throws. You gotta give Chanhassen props. I have to admire their grit. They're gonna come up short today. Tessa Johnson picks up her fourth foul. She'll have a word with Kent Hamry. Academic at this point. And even though she has her fourth foul, still has a smile on her face as she goes over to have a quick conference with Kent Hamry. But she has plenty of reasons to be proud of her effort, and Tessa is one of those players. I think most of the athletes you see on this court, they're looking to learn. They don't care if the outcome is in hand. They want to grow. They want to get 1% better than they were last time. And it doesn't matter what the score time is. And I maybe have a greater appreciation for what I've seen this season, in part because we've had some runaway games, but when you don't have basketball to look forward to, as Miller is fouled, and will go to the line for 1-1, fouls on Hake, and I think Ken Hamry is seen enough. He's going to pull out his starters for a well-deserved salutation. So Kraft will finish with 15. Tessa Johnson will finish with a season-high 33 points. And we'll see if some of the other bench players can get on the board. Miller gets the front end to drop, and again, if we are able to, we certainly hope to see the St. Michael-Albertville team again. We're looking to get one of their games with Hopkins, and this was an enjoyable first visit. You got a nail-biter and a hard-fought comeback in the case of Rogers, and in the nightcap, the Tessa Johnson show. Lauren Arnold scored the last bucket for the Storm. And it looks like Hake is on the bench, so her night is done. She'll finish with 26. Whoops. No, Hake will go back in for one more go at it. 1:49 left. Chanhassen. They'll regroup. Hake wants 3 more, won't get it. They'll regroup. Remember, they came within a point of beating Wyzetta, and they lost a close one to Rogers. This is not a Chanhassen team that will be pushed aside with a brush. Who knows? Maybe they could give Chaska a fight. We'll have to see. Tessa Johnson cheering on the second effort of her bench players. It was her domain, as it usually is at St. Michael-Albertville. Her domain for the taking. And what did she do? Dazzle us with her shooting form, her athleticism, her first step, you name it, Tessa Johnson delivered. And then some. Maggie Lindman to the line for 2. Or 1-1. Nope, 2. It was a shooting foul. And she gets on the board. The phone app she uses the most, Instagram. Her most prized possession is her bed because she loves to sleep and it's really comfy. I might have to hit her up for advice because I don't sleep well. No matter the circumstances, I just cannot sleep as much as I'd like to. Final minute of play here. 3 on the way for Chanhassen, in and out, and that's been the story for the Storm. They got a few threes to drop, but not enough to give St. Michael-Albertville a scare. Let's see what the Knights do here. I thought they might run out the clock. They were going to run another set. Turnover, but academic. It was a sluggish start, but the Knights found their footing late in the second half. Tessa Johnson keeping Chanhassen at bay. And Jaquela Kraft deserves applauded, a pedestal. Kraft, the sophomore, one of the younger contributors on this St. Michael-Albertville team, came over from Farmington. And even though she is primarily a 3-point option in the arsenal of the Knights, that could go a long way because she joins, or I should say she's part of a unit that already had Johnson and Miller as far as distance threats are concerned. Hicks splits at the line. With this win, St. Michael-Albertville will pick up their 4th straight. They'll go to 9-2. Chanhassen will fall to 5-3. But these are two teams we're going to hear a lot more about. Again, Chanhassen has the tougher road ahead because of their section alignment. St. Michael-Albertville, they have a tough road ahead because of their Lake Conference affiliation, but that's going to give us plenty of high-quality matchups to look forward to, and Abby Hazelton wants to go up with a bang. A chance for a three-point play and a little icing on the cake, as the saying goes. It was a rough start in the second half, but the Knights flourish to close out the frame. They'll pick up their 4th straight win with a 79-55 decision over Chanhassen. Tessa Johnson, a fantastic display. Season high 33 points. Jacayla Kraft matched her season high, and that continues our streak. We've been covering a lot of season highs for several athletes in the games we've covered. They haven't always been close, but we're always happy to document some milestones. We'll try to get a word with Johnson and Kraft before we wrap things up from St. Michael-Albertville. Thank you for watching the STMA Holiday Invitational. The Knights beat the Storms 79-55.
Thank you all for your attention.
And I'm joined by the big three of St. Michael-Albertville as far as scoring is concerned. Emma Miller, don't let her size fool you. She does play a big role on this team. Tessa Johnson and Jacayla Kraft. Emma, we'll start with you. You had a strong first half. Cooled off in the second half, but that was okay because you had Tessa and Jacayla to carry the load. How much fun is it to have that type of dynamic group of playmakers when you know you don't have to score a bunch of points every night, knowing you got these two?
Yeah, it's good. It's easy when you have these two on your team who can hit shots, big shots for you. So I just create and just jog back on defense because I know it's probably going in more than half the time. So it's pretty fun.
And I think you picked up a couple of assists along the way as well, which is also valuable. How much fun is it to have a holiday invitational again? We didn't have that last year due to the pandemic. You got a showcase and you got a chance to play a couple of solid teams in Edina and Chanhassen and got a chance to remind us what you're all about.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's good to have a lot more games back and playing. I mean, I'd rather play a game than have practice, so it's a lot of fun.
I don't think you're alone in that assessment. I think Tessa is another one who would rather play than have practice, but without practice, you can't get perfect like you were tonight. Season high, 33 points. Second half, you started a little sluggish, but then you flourished in the final 9 minutes or so of the frame. What would you make of your effort tonight?
Well, all of my coaches were saying that was the best because I played offense and defense. So I guess it was better than the rest of my games, and I have to live up to that for my future games.
Well, no pressure then. You set a pretty high standard for yourself. I have a feeling you'll surpass it. But that is a good point because it wasn't just the scoring. And while you do a great job on offense, we saw you getting some rebound steals. You were a leader on both sides of the floor. How has your leadership grown over the years at STMA?
I would say it's grown a ton because my experience and being out last year, I learned a ton of the game and I learned the coaching part and I learned a lot about my teammates. So I would say that helped me become the leader I am right now.
And how is that manifested on the court? As you said, last year you couldn't play as you were recovering from your injury, but you got a lot of experience nonetheless. How is that carrying over?
Well, I can read, like, going off screens better. I can read how they play defense or zones. I can read my teammates' body language or how they're feeling, and I can read my coaches better.
Where would you rate yourself as far as your level? This is your third 30-point game this season. We know you can put up big numbers. You did that as a freshman, and you did that in the AAU circuit, but to have 3 30-point games already, what does that say about your capabilities?
I would say that I guess I can do it now, so I need to believe in myself more and show it in more games.
So if you don't believe in yourself at this point, then something's wrong. I'd say, no, you're a tremendous player. And Jacayla, you matched your season high tonight, 15 points. You're known as the 3-point sharpshooter on this team. But and Tessa agrees with that assessment. But coming in, how have you fit in with this group, and how do you think your sharpshooting has boosted the St. Michael-Albertville offense?
I'm not too sure. I just know, like, I came in and I was ready to play, and then I got the okay from my teammates to just go ahead and do what I do. So I went out and I did it.
What goes into being a successful 3-point shooter? It's more common now at this level of the game. You focus on it exclusively almost, and I'm sure you'll add more to your repertoire as you get more experience. But for others out there, what goes into being a good 3-point shooter?
You just have to work at it and, believe in yourself when you shoot, because you don't want to second guess yourself. I know if I second guess, I tend to miss, but work at it and y'all got it.
Well, with Tessa and Emma alongside you, I have a feeling if you're second guessing yourself, those two will get you straightened out there. No, never second guess yourself, no matter how many times you miss. What does this say about your confidence? So coming in, like you said, you weren't sure what to expect, and here you are. You've been knocking down threes. This isn't the first time you've lit it up from 3-point range. So I have a feeling you're blending in pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I would definitely say that, again, getting the okay from my teammates helped with my confidence, and just knowing that my teammates got my back at all the time, it helps a lot.
I am curious, between the three of you, who do you think would win a 3-point shootout?
Girl, bye! Emma Miller.
Definitely would. She'll light it up. Yeah.
She's tough.
I think we have a difference of opinion here. I wouldn't want to guess. No, they all would put me to shame. I'll put it that way. So as you turn the calendar, what are you excited about as you continue late conference play and have a couple more section games? What are you most excited about as that second half of the season comes along?
I'm excited to just be in late conference play and seeing how that goes, because it's a really good competition. So I'm excited for this, see what our team can bring to late conference.
Yeah, I would say these last 3 games we've really come together, and the Lake Conference is very competitive, so we can show out. And we're last right now, I think. Maybe not, but we're going to get back up there.
Well, you picked up your first conference win yesterday.
Yeah, true. So maybe not last.
What about you, Jacayla?
I would definitely say the competition. I'm ready to play. I came with STMA, and I'm ready to play.
Ready to play and maybe ready to set some distance records with their 3-point prowess, if tonight was any indication. Before we go, you want to say hi to anybody?
I want to say hi to Hazel, my dog.
That's right. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about prized possession. I'm like, you think of your dog as a possession?
That's my best friend.
That's I'm teasing you, of course. So who do you want to say hi?
Why would you say that?
We have officially gone off the rails. Tessa, you want to say hi to anybody?
Not anyone specific. Hey, everyone.
What about you, Jacayla?
Hey to my family. That's it.
And a special shout out to Hazel, who is Emma's best friend, not a possession. Okay, whoever put that program together, Emma, I think you need to have a word with that person, because it's like, yeah, that's not a. Well, thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win, and no matter who your supporters are, whether they have 4 legs or 2, thanks for putting on a show tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma Miller, Tessa Johnson, and Jacayla Kraft. That wraps up our coverage here from St. Michael-Albertville. For the rest of our crew, I'm Mike Beaton. Thanks for watching.